This lesson's called Determining the End Behavior of the Graph of a Polynomial Function. So I actually wrote down a few of these things to help me remember. So if you have a polynomial function, when we look at the, let's see, the degree, we're talking about the exponent on the x, like the highest exponent on the x. So if that degree is even, and the first number, so then we'll also look at the number in front of the degree of the polynomial. So in this case, if we'll call that a sub n. So if we have that first number, we'll call it a sub n, is greater than 0, so that's positive. So in this example A, it would be even, and a sub n is positive, then it's going to rise both on the left and the right. So it will look kind of like this, and who knows what's in between, but the two ends will be rising both left and right. If it's even and that first number is negative, then it's going to fall on both left and right. So it'll look like on the ends like this, and we don't know what goes on in the middle, but something like that. If the degree is odd, so like example B, and the coefficient in example B is just a 1, which means it is greater than 0, so it's positive. So if it's odd and positive, it's going to fall to the left and rise to the right. And then if it's odd and a negative function, so less than 0, it will rise to the left and fall to the right. So this is, how do you say, fall left, rise right. And then odd and negative, it will rise left and fall right. Now, a good exercise to do here is if you use your arms, like if it's even and it's positive, you're going to raise both your left and right hands. Go ahead and do that. So it's even and positive, raise both hands. If it's even and a negative function, put both hands down so you're falling left and right. If it's an odd function and it's positive, you're going to lower your left hand and raise your right hand. So that's odd and positive. And odd and negative, go ahead and switch, put your right hand down and your left hand up. So those are what they look like. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to answer these questions. So we have 5x to the fourth. So it's even and positive. So we want that it rises both ways. Rises to the left and rises to the right. In this case, it's odd. 5 is odd and 1 is positive. So we're looking at falls to the left and rises to the right. In this case, when you multiply these together, you're going to get an x squared here, an x squared here. And then we're going to be timesing those. So we'll get x to the fourth. So it's even and it's a negative function. So it falls to the left and falls to the right. So let's do one more example. So here we have an odd function and it's a positive, so it's greater than 0. So it falls to the left and rises to the right. B is a negative when the coefficient is even, so it's an even function, a negative, so it falls to the left and falls to the right. And here we're going to have an x squared times an x, so it's x cubed. So don't let this fool you when you are doing timesing. You want to times the highest degree. So x minus 2 squared is x squared minus 4x plus 4, which those parts don't matter. And then you're going to be timesing but times x plus 4. So this x squared times x is x cubed. Keep that in mind. So it's odd and it's negative. So it rises to the left and falls to the right. And that is the end of the lesson.